Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. These are going to be new moon and Taurus predictions for my dearest Capricorns. Capricorn, this new moon is taking place on May 11th and it's in Taurus. It's going to be very grounding, stable, and powerful. So Taurus reminds us to get back to enjoying our physical world in whatever way is most pleasurable for us. So Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Venus is in Gemini during this new moon. So she lends a light feel to the earthy sign of Taurus. She's encouraging us to socialize, connect, and enjoy variety. It also brings an airy energy that will help us move out of our comfort zones and seek new ways to experience pleasure and joy in the material world and also in our relationships. This is a great moon to start new financial ventures, and with a strong trine to Pluto, which is retrograding, we can revamp our relationship to money and also our values. Okay, my dear Capricorn, so as I'm doing this reading, I'm just going to ask that you like this video, subscribe to the channel, take a moment to check out the description box for ways you can get a private reading, or if you like the cards I'm using, I have them listed and linked in order of appearance. Also, feel free to leave a comment and don't forget to ring that notification bell. All right, guys, let's jump into this. I'm going to pull some super awesome fortune cards before we get started. Just as an overall energy, I do have to warn you, these new moon and Taurus readings have been intense, okay? We are in sort of an energy of change, okay? So messages for my dear Taurus, please. Okay, we get the dogs, beautiful. About loyalty. We get the attack, number 6. And we get the flame, number 19. So we have 2 10s coming out here. So you guys are definitely going through something that is quite difficult, like a difficult ending or a difficult sort of transformation. The flame, remember, you guys are represented by the devil card in the tarot. So I do see you guys sort of coming out on top, coming into alignment. And we see the moon, so intuition. Some of you may be dealing with a Cancer or Pisces or have that energy in your chart. You are being asked to protect yourself, but to use your intuition at this point in time. So the dogs, this card, I'm reading from the little booklet, friendship and loyalty is the cornerstone of this card. It could mean that you find a true blue partner or friend, or indicate that someone here is trustworthy. It also can mean a time when you will depend on your friends for support, especially if you're feeling like you're under attack. Okay, so this doesn't necessarily mean that there's a psychic attack or anything like that, but it may feel like just things aren't going your way. Okay, some of you guys may be going through a difficult ending or separation. Okay, but you definitely do have support, not only in the 3D, but from your spirit guides, your angels. So when this card appears, the attack, great danger is approaching. It's a warning to protect yourself and those close to you. All right. If it is surrounded by more positive cards, which it is, we have, well, it is and it isn't. It means that, it may be just minor trouble. Okay. So I do see that there is a little bit of trouble brewing here. It could be in your relationships. It could be in your financial situation. So just be aware. Okay. And we also get the flame. So this weakens the power of the cards around it. Okay, so this attack isn't going to be huge. It may be more minor, or it might be just like a lot of little stuff that's building up for you, Capricorn, where you feel like you're getting it from all sides. When it appears, it means that the previous and following cards are less meaningful, but it will lead to some sort of slight disappointment. Okay, and we see number 33, the moon. It's a card of intuition and dreams. The answers you seek are within yourself. Don't be afraid what bubbles up. It can also mean that there's a time of self-reflection and having a life-changing idea. Okay, Capricorn. So a lot of information here. I'm telling you, all of these readings have been much more intense, but again, it's because we're going through a time of great change and transformation. We have Pluto retrograding. We're coming up on eclipse season. The next full moon is a super moon, full moon lunar eclipse in Sagittarius. So it's just all about preparing for this energy, but also to trust your intuition, set your sights, set your intentions on what it is you want to bring about in your life and in your love and in your relationships. All right, and you should be just fine. So let's go ahead and see what messages come through for my dear Capricorns. All right, we have the Knight of Wands in reverse. So yeah, some of you guys, you could be dealing with a fire sign. I do see Sagittarius on this card. Some of you guys may be on a twin flame journey. This might be somebody that you considered a soulmate. But the Knight of Wands is someone or something that's really in and out of your life. So you may be questioning your own loyalty to your path, to your job. Maybe there was something that you really, really wanted to do that you've been preparing for, that you've been focused on, but you're starting to rethink that. Okay, you're starting to question your own sort of loyalty to this situation. Is it really what I truly want? Again, we're going through a great time of change and transformation. So again, we need to also, we need to be able to make mid-course adjustments to pivot, okay? And to sort of go with the flow here as well. What's blocking you? We have the Hanged Man. Some of you guys could be dealing with a Pisces. You're trying to see things from a different perspective, or something has happened that's making you question your loyalty to this person or to this situation. Again, it's not all going to be love. It may be in your job. It may be a family member. It could be just a goal that you're pursuing, something you're trying to manifest. So you're trying to see things differently. I think you also have gone through some great change and evolution, Capricorn. So it's like what you were trying to manifest may not be in alignment with who you are currently. All right, the Three of Wands. So there does seem to have been some sort of setback. There is the need to make a decision. But Spirit's saying, don't rush this decision. I think you've been waiting on someone or something for a long time. And in the process, you have changed. You have evolved. And so you're really in this sort of very pensive, weighing things up and down, seeing if this is really, truly your path. Is this really, truly your person? Is this really what you want to dedicate your time and your effort to? Temperance in reverse, really strong Sagittarius energy coming through. There's some sort of balance that needs to be achieved. Your prayers have been answered, but I really keep getting, Capricorn, that it's taken so long for them to come around, or for you to see the results, that you're starting to change and question whether or not that's what you truly want. There is a need to temper your emotions, your actions, your feelings at this time to find balance. Okay, so because the Knight of Wands can also be a very highly reactive energy. So make sure that you're not being pulled out of your sort of own vortex or your own loving presence, your own place of balance, because I do feel like you guys are, you're wanting to give into temptation, I think, to either really tell somebody off, to just get up and quit. You want to take action, because I do feel like you've been in this sort of limbo for quite some time. But Spirit wants to make sure that if you are going to take any risks or make any huge decisions, that you make sure that they're very calculated. And we get the Seven of Wands in reverse. So many of my Capricorns, you are changing your course of action. You're giving up on someone or something because you didn't feel that there's a victory in it for you. You will be victorious, but you're also in this defensive energy. So Spirit is saying you do have to drop your defenses as well as you're starting something new, as you're making this decision. Overall energy, Page of Pentacles. Yeah, you're really, really looking at the details here, Capricorn. This could be you looking at pictures. This could be you looking online, doing research. This could be you looking at all the details. Maybe some of you guys are thinking about making a move. Maybe you guys were, you were planning on moving for a job, is what I'm getting. And something here has fallen through, or it was something that has made you think, you know what, I don't think the timing is right. So I really see my Capricorns up in their head, but you're all about healing. For some of you guys, it's physical healing. Some of you guys, it's healing a relationship. But it's interesting. It's like you're only willing to accept that which is in alignment with you. And there's something here that feels off. Okay. So the Knight of Wands in reverse, this is about questioning your loyalty, your commitment, if you're on the right path, if you want to keep going. You may be dealing with somebody that you have a lot of love for, and you've been making lots of concessions. You might have been doing all the work, and now you're thinking about, you know what? I don't feel victorious. I don't feel balanced. So it's all about doing that internal check, right, Capricorn? All right, so we see the Moon card. So again, we have the Moon coming out twice. So really paying attention to your dreams, your downloads, your intuitions. This is a very confusing period, because I do feel like there's a major shift. There's something that you knew was meant for you, that you had a plan, you were working your plan, and now something has come up to change your perspective, and you're not so sure you want to keep going with it. Okay. It could also be an unexpected communication. The Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands tells me you may be dealing with somebody. They may have been dangling a carrot in front of you, Capricorn. And that might be what you're seeing, that this person comes in, stirs up some shit, and then comes right out, and they leave you feeling confused. You know, it's kind of like I'm getting like a punch drunk type love, you know, or there's something here that you're just not sure that it's really good for you anymore. It may be something that you're doing. You know, I'm getting there might be some extremism when it comes to your body, whether it's through diet or exercise, and you're just like, does this work for me? Does this make me feel good? There's a real element of confusion. There's some fears and illusions about making this mid-course adjustment. You're questioning your loyalty to this person or to this situation, because I feel like it's something that you've been working towards for quite some time, but there's something that's come in that's forcing you to question everything here, Capricorn. So the Hanged Man, this is maybe somebody's pulled back from you. Maybe, you know, you might have had sort of this, you know, if they do it again, if they treat me like this again, if they do this to me one more time, I'm out of here. And it seems like they have, and it's like now you have to sort of act on this. Okay, if I don't get that raise, if they keep promising me these benefits, whatever it is, and it's like there's something here it's not changing. Okay, and it's like it's getting tiring. We see the Seven of Cups, so lots of Piscean energy. So you have a lot of options. This person, there's a lot of confusion here. What is this confusion? We get the Ace of Cups. There's a lot of love here, whether it's passion for a particular project or for your job, for your career, or for a person. But what I'm seeing is the Seven of Cups and the Ace of Cups brings us to the Eight of Cups. I think it's time for you to walk away, or you are seriously considering it, Capricorn. Yeah, and it's hard because this is something I don't think you ever dreamed you would be able to walk away from, or that you never wanted to walk away from. You don't want to, but you're starting to recognize that it's causing you more harm than good. Whew. The Three of Wands, the King of Wands. For some of you guys, you're starting your own business. Okay, so you're leaving behind maybe a job that's given you and your family a lot of security, safety. But it's like they've kept you waiting too long, and you're doing a lot of you're planning, you're ready for this. The Page of Pentacles and also the Three of Wands in reverse, it feels like a setback, but you are very detail oriented. You also trust in yourself, you believe it. You've been holding out for a moment like this, like something, it's like a time that has come that you didn't want it to. I don't know if you gave somebody an ultimatum. Again, you treat me like this one more time, or if this person disappears on me one more time, or if they abandon me or they don't show up for me, I'm out. Okay, and I feel like it's like that do or die moment, Capricorn, where it's like you're out. The King of Wands is actually like you stepping into your power, making good on your words, on your promises. King of Swords, yeah. You may be dealing with an air sign. There's a lot of confusion about this, but I think the King of Swords in reverse is somebody who's, you know, you're questioning this person's loyalty or your loyalty to whatever this is, because I feel like there's an imbalance. And with the Temperance card in reverse, it's like it's not giving back to you. And you've given so much to this in this belief that, you know, that this was your path, that this was meant for you. And you're really, really questioning that. Some of my Capricorns, again, I do see you giving up on this. Things have become too difficult, or you're realizing that you're just not being valued in this particular situation. Again, it could be love, it could be romance, it could be a family situation, it could be work. All right, so Three of Wands. Yeah, you've been waiting too long. Double confirmation of the Three of Wands in reverse. This feels like a major setback. All right, but look at that. Yeah, you're ready. You're ready to close out this cycle. You're ready for something different because you've been in limbo long enough. Your intuition has been sounding off about this person, about this job, about this situation, Capricorn. Something isn't adding up. There's something that you can't put your finger on, or, you know, I think you've really laid it out for these people or this person that if I don't see X, Y, or Z, I have to leave because it's pulling me out of balance. Okay, it's unhealthy for me. And we see that. We see that with the Devil card. We see that with Temperance in reverse. For many of you guys, you know, you're changing a behavior pattern. Maybe you're quitting drinking, or I'm getting some of, you know, my Capricorns, you guys are so amazing at what you can accomplish, but you also take things to extremes. You do things that other people can't do, but I think you're trying to find more balance. You're trying to take better care of yourself emotionally, physically, financially. You're no longer willing to overextend in this situation. And Spirit's confirming that with the World card. Okay, it is time. It's time for you to close out this cycle and focus on what's best for you. Seven of Wands, again, look at that, clarifying the Seven of Wands. You feel like you're giving up, but it's not a loss because you're moving away from a situation that just wasn't, it was pulling you out of balance. It wasn't good for you. The Seven of Swords is you taking everything that you possibly can from this situation and leaving what's not yours. So you're not really hurting anybody or anything, although it may sort of seem that way, because I feel like this is something that you were once very loyal to. You were very committed to making work. Again, career or love, doesn't matter. You will come out on top, but it is a struggle because this is like a paradigm shift for you guys. Page of Swords in reverse. Yeah, there's something lurking in the shadows that you can no longer deny. And your intuition, Capricorn, has been really sounding off. It's time to take action. And I think you know it. Okay. I think you know it. Yep, look at that. And look what falls out. Time to go. But you're up in your head. You're weighing up your options. But it's absolutely time to leave behind a situation that's pulling you off balance, that doesn't feel good. It's a behavior. It's a person. It's a job. It's a situation. You're all about your health right now. Financial, emotional, physical. Somebody, if you're not in communication with somebody, they're watching you, but you're also seeing them, they're watching you walk away, and this speaks volumes. The King of Swords, I think you're dealing with someone or something that's very self-centered, that's very selfish. They've maybe taken all of your hard work and your support for granted. Okay, but a change is in the wind. Yeah, this is a major shift. This is a major shift. You're done overextending, Capricorn. A leg up. Beautiful. So we have another 7 coming out. So lots of 7s. 777. This is a very spiritual number. This is you on your path to ascension and moving forward. It's time for you. Like, I feel like you guys have been stagnant for a long time, waiting for somebody to show up for you, waiting for this promotion, waiting for you to get, you've been putting in so much hard work and it's like you're not seeing the results. It's time to shift something here. And some of you didn't want to give up because you felt like giving up on this was a loss. Actually, you're just course correcting. And again, it's all about learning that you don't have to work harder, but you have to work smarter, Capricorn. All right, and we get peace. Yeah. So there's been a lot of chaos and there's been a lot of conflict here. There's been something lurking in the shadows and it feels like it's been holding you back, Capricorn, but it's time for you to shine. It's time for you to get a leg up. It's time for you to move up. It's time for you to ascend. It's time for you to move on. In doing so, this is going to bring you a lot of peace. We see that change isn't easy. It is time for you to go, but it will be bringing you something much better. Clean it up. Yep. It's time to clean it up. It's time to move forward. Yep. You're cleaning up I do apologize about background noise, you guys. You're just cleaning it up. It's like you're no longer willing to have these messy loose ends and be in limbo and holding out for other people to make decisions. It's like you're really stepping into your own power with that King of Wands. Some of you guys are starting your own business. For others of you, you're leaving a long-term relationship behind, or somebody you've been involved with for quite some time to, just because they were too in and out. They were too up in the air. And it's like, you don't want any gray area, Capricorn. You know what you want, you know what you need, and you're putting an end to any sort of imbalances here. All right, so we see the distorted masculine. Yes. So some of you guys, this is the masculine. And remember, we all have masculine and feminine energies within. But the distorted masculine has been lurking somewhere in your life. Either your partner. Okay, and then we get love. Yeah, so many of you guys, this is about self-love. This is about a love or a romantic situation. Okay, so the distorted masculine energy, I'm going to give you guys just a little synopsis of what this is. This is something that's in our everyday sort of lives. It's characterized by an unwillingness to trust, tending to ignore emotions and intuition, wanting proof of everything, and insisting on a logical or rational approach. part of the mode that we all grew up in to a greater or lesser extent. This is the old paradigm that's now becoming obsolete. Absolutely, because it's no longer working for you. Whether this is in your personal life, this is internally, or whether this is, at work or within your community. So we may still believe that the distorted masculine owns and runs the world, but if we look closer, we can see that his refusal to acknowledge and support the divine feminine is causing him to wither and die. We have all created the society we live in today, irrespective of our gender. How long the distorted masculine continues to exert his power is up to each and every one of us. This energy loves bureaucracy, power for the sake of it, and separateness rather than togetherness. He tends to work within a win-lose dynamic where there can only be one winner, one first prize. Taking advantage and taking whatever is available are seen as business as usual in this mode. So naturally, we see a lot of distorted masculine in the corporate environment and in the damage done to our forests and oceans. It's tempting to feel helpless in the face of such an intense force, but this dragon has a soft underbelly because without the feminine forces to feed him, he cannot survive. The distorted masculine is somehow influencing your life, Capricorn. It's asking you to take a look. Do you live by the clock in your diary, pushing everything aside until your work is done? And for many of you guys, I do feel like this is a financial situation. It's like what you've been putting in, what you've been so devoted to, you're realizing is sucking the life out of you, sucking your energy. Do you ignore your intuition or the messages from your body urging you to rest and relax? And look at that double confirmation of this feminine energy. Your intuition has been sounding off about something, that you've been burning the candle at both ends, that you've been devoted to something that isn't devoted to you. Okay. Are you afraid to feel your emotions for fear of being overwhelmed or appearing weak? So some of my Capricorns out there in this situation, you've been oppressing your emotions, holding back, and you don't want to do that anymore because this Temperance in reverse is telling me that it's bubbling up, and that if it isn't released, if you don't walk in your own true authentic path, you're done waiting. You're done waiting for tomorrow. You're done waiting for the circumstances to be right. The time is now, and you want and you're striving for peace here, okay? So let's go ahead and see what additional messages come out for you guys. I told you these new moon readings are a lot different than the readings that have been coming out, but it is because we're going through a time of great change, all right? So let's go ahead and see what additional messages come through for my dearest Capricorns. Domestic harmony. Okay. Some of my Capricorns out there, you guys you are realizing that this is what you want to achieve if you have a relationship or not. I do feel like some of you guys have been so devoted to work that some of you guys are starting to question, or you're realizing, my kids, my family, they're growing up and I haven't been there. You're no longer willing to support that. Okay, for others of you, you're in a relationship that you've been kept waiting, that this is what you want. You want harmony, love, safety, and security. And somebody's too on the fence about it. Okay, and so you're deciding to release them. We get parenting. Beautiful. So some of you guys, this really is highlighting your role as a parent, what I was just saying, that there are other things getting away. It's like you're totally reevaluating your values. And again, this is what this strong trine to Pluto in retrograde, we're revamping our relationship to money, the importance of the 3D and our values. And many of you guys, your values you're placing them back on your family, on love. Okay, we get communication. So we get two 33s coming out. Very important number sequence for my dear Capricorns. 33 is a master teacher number about learning tough lessons. There's a huge spiritual lesson unfolding for you. Many of you guys, again, I feel like you're turning away from work and focusing more on your health and more on your love and your relationships. For others of you, you're closing out a very difficult relationship, one that you thought was either with a twin flame or with a soulmate, realizing that it wasn't giving you the nourishment and the joy and the emotional fulfillment that you truly deserve. Because what I see that you want here is you want this harmony, you want safety, you want security, you want stability. Many of you guys, you're done being quiet, you're done keeping your emotions in, you're letting people know in a really big way that you're done, or what it is that you want to fight for and what it is you will no longer put your efforts into. So I'm going to leave it there. Capricorns, I hope you found clarity and guidance in these messages. Sending you lots of love and light. Take care.